You do have to get a little creative sometimes. I will admit that to you, but let's get moving. So take child's pose. Let's start there this morning. So knees wide, toes together, fingertips up to the head of the mat. Take a nice full breath in. And on your exhale, settle your palms down. Breathe in and cycle the breath back out. Big, deep inhale, followed by a full exhale. One more time. Breathe in and let it go. On your next inhale, tuck your toes and come up to downward facing dog. Yeah, no problem. Now start to make some space on your mat. I know it's early in the morning, so bend your knees. On your inhale, come up high on your tippy toes. And on your exhale, drop your heels down. This time, press your sits bones up and backwards so that you're getting all the length from your fingertips up to the head of your mat. Just like this. Big breath in. And exhale. One more time. Full breath in. And let it go. From here, come high on your tippy toes. And then slowly walk your way all the way up to the head of your mat. Take a halfway lift with the breath in. Hang in ragdoll, exhale. Now, I've been loving that Debbie thing that you do. I call it rainbows. I have no idea what it's called. But interlace your hands at your elbows. And for a breath or two, tilt off to the right side of your mat, bending your right knee and then straightening out your left one. See if you can breathe into your left side ribs here. That's it. Really pressing out all the way over here, all the expansion. Yeah, that's it, Tori. Now, on your inhale, rise up, leaning over to the right side until your fingertips come up towards the ceiling. And then on your exhale, we're going to come down to the left-hand side. Now from here, guess what I'm going to say? Breathe into your left ribs. See if you can get all of that stretch going this morning. Just right here, Nancy, like you're expanding every single rib. Yeah, there you go. Big breath in. Let it go. And on your inhale, we're going to rise all the way up and do it one more time. So on your exhale, come down to the right-hand side, getting all of the stretch over there. See if you can plant. Oh, here. Bend your opposite knee. So bend this one and then straighten that one out. Do you see how that changes in your ribs? All the space over here. Yeah, you got that? Okay, good stuff. All right, last one. On your inhale, rise all the way up. Oh, I guess we got to hit the left side one more time. Exhale down the opposite way. Last one. Take a breath here. Let it go. On your inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Reach both fingertips into the air. Exhale your hands down to heart center. Let's get moving this morning. 3 ohms. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Take 2 breaths here, in and out. One more time, big breath in. Exhale, step or hop, feet to the head of the mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Extend mountain, breathe in, reach up, go back. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. And let it go. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale. Move feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain. In and back. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Set your drishti somewhere at the back of your mat. Start getting your gaze and your intention set in every pose. Here we go. Last breath in. Breathe out and move. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. 2 breaths here. And we'll move through our last Sunbi. Are you ready? Take a breath in. Bend your knees. Hop. Halfway lift. Fold. Here we go. Last one. Inhale, extended mountain. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. And then we'll move through our Sunbis. Are you ready? Inhale. Set on your exhale. Go. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose and stay. Take a few breaths here. Challenging the foundation of the pose. That's it. Lift up all of your toes. Put your weight into your heels. Now hug in through your front ribs. One more time. Breathe in. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot forwards. Don't come up yet. Stay here low in the lunge. Get your feet set first. So heels pressing into the ground. And now I want you to think about your back hip. Press that hip point forward so that both of your hips are looking at the front of your mat. Here, hug in through your belly and lift up for warrior one. Stay. See if you can stretch out this back hip. So you're going as long as you can to get deep into the pose. One more breath. Come back down, chaturanga. Move through up dog into down dog. Left foot forward. Stay low in the lunge at first. You're going to anchor your feet, heels, and now big toes into the mat. Press your right hip point forwards this time. So you're getting a long stretch in your back hip. Belly's engaged. And on your inhale, reach up towards the ceiling. Stay low in the lunge. Challenge yourself to really get into this warrior one because we'll move through it on the next round. Inhale. Hands down, chaturanga on the exhale. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Let it go. Now we're going to flow on this one. Inhale. Exhale. Move feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Actively engage your arms. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Right side warrior one. Straight in and up. Exhale, chaturanga. Move through up dog. Down dog. And into left side warrior one. Breathe in as you reach. Breathe out, hands back down to the mat. Upward facing dog. Through to downward facing dog. So this portion of our sequence is part of awakening. So see if there's any space in your body that's still dull, that's not engaged. And now look to engage it through this next sun B. Are you ready? Take your breath in. Exhale. Let's move. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Even your fingertips, spread them wide. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Engage your feet. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Right side. Warrior one. Low belly hugs in. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And into left side. Warrior one. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. 2 breaths here. So we've got 2 more sun Bs in front of us. Now these are your all out sun Bs. Take a breath out, move. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose as low as you can go, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Pause at the bottom, then inhale up dog. Downward facing dog, right side, warrior one. Flowing with your breath. Chaturanga. That's it. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Chaturanga. Up dog. And through to down dog. Now remember, we're always going to catch up here all together in the downward facing dog. So if you're flowing behind or ahead of your classmate or your neighbor, we'll just wait here. Last one. Take your breath out, feet to hands. Here you go. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose to the edge of the pose, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. You guys are doing a great job. Upward facing dog, stretch, down dog. Right side, warrior one. That's it. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog, left side, warrior one. As low as you can go. Chaturanga. Yeah, press through your big here, Sarah. Chaturanga. All right, take your good breath in, let it go, whatever you need here. And then lift your right leg up into the air. Now, I love this side body stretch. Bend your top knee, and now open up your hip to the side of your mat. Get all of the stretch from your right pinky finger all the way into that top knee. See if there's any more you could give. Man, Nancy, you're almost over there in flip dog already. Set. All right, flip dog. Whichever variation you want to take here, engage your feet first. Organize them so that they're both facing 12 o'clock. That's it, Nancy. This right foot can come up in a little bit further. Now press through your heels and lift out through your right hand. Yeah, if you've got the space for wheel, you can feel free to take that. Last breath here. Back over high plank and into side plank. Now, Lisa's been doing this kind of crazy thing with side plank, and it involves your right leg, so the bottom one. You're going to use their top foot on the ground. Now, hug your right knee into your chest. Oh, yeah. Listen, sometimes this is going to work. Sometimes it's not going to work, however you want to do it. On your inhale, press your heel out. On your exhale, tuck it back in. 2 more times. Inhale out. Exhale, tuck. Last one. Press it out. And on your exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg up into the air. I'm not going to lie to you. When I'm demoing, that's the only time I can do all 3 of those. Bend your top knee and open up your hip. Demoing gives you magical superpowers most of the time to actually do the pose. Set. Let's go, flip dog. Set your drishti up. That's it. Press your heels into the mat. Now, eyes to one point. Get intentional about creating the physical foundation of the pose, and then be up to something bigger. Reach out to the edge of the pose. See if there's one space where you can take it just a little bit further. There's always one more spot, and we can come back over. High plank, Side plank. Now we're going to try it again with the bottom leg. This time, knee comes into your chest. There you go. Inhale, press your heel out. Exhale, tuck it in. Inhale out. Exhale, tuck. One last time. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Move through upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Come to right side crescent lunge. Yep, right side crescent lunge. And as soon as we get to crescent lunge, we're going to take your back knee down to the mat. So don't worry, we're not staying there. Interlace your fingertips and press them onto the top of your right knee. Now from here, all you're going to do is sink your hips further forwards. Now what you're looking for is a big stretch in this left hip flexor. There can be a lot of space to be found here. Keep your back foot toes tucked underneath of you so that it's still engaged here. Now reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. From here, reach them back until the stretch happens from this hip all the way up to your hands. Crescent lunge is meant to look like a C-shaped position, and you've got that going on. When you reach backwards, suddenly there's a C. But you have to find that your low belly is supporting this, otherwise your back just crumples your low back. Low belly hugs up and in. From here, just as you are, lift your back knee up off of the mat. It might be just an inch or two. It might come up 6 inches off the mat. You never know. That's it. Come low into the lunge and then reach your fingertips back. And yes, sometimes you're going to lose your balance and wiggle. That's all right. See if you can do this for 2 breaths. That's it. Just low into the lunge, reaching backwards. You're already done. Last breath. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. Now, right twist. Think about your right shoulder lifting up towards the ceiling. Yeah, that's it. If you're finding that you're really wobbly in this pose this morning, maybe take your feet out a little bit wider to the edges of your mat. Engage your back leg. Now press through the very center of your spine, your thoracic spine, right between your shoulder blades. That's it, straight up towards the ceiling. Good job. Nancy, can you bring your eyes up to the ceiling? Yeah, there it is. Twist it out for this last breath. And on your inhale, rise back up. Good job. Take warrior 2. I know that can be a lot of stretch for me in the mornings as well. Come down low into the lunge. And then take extended side angle. Oh, this is the first really good release pose in my mind. So see if you can find the stretch, the thing that does feel like a release here. From your back foot all the way up to your top fingertips. Get low here so that you can really engage the full extent of the pose. And when you're ready, bring both hands down to the mat, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And into downward facing dog. Take your breath in. Exhale. Left side crescent lunge. As soon as you get down here, bring your back knee down to the mat as well. So we'll go for the hip stretch here as well first. Interlace your fingers, hands onto your front knee, hips forwards. Now my hip flexors usually feel pretty tight here. So it's a lot of stretch up to help support that. Low belly is really hugging here. Back toes turned under, and then reach your fingertips up. Just go for straight up at first. Get yourself comfortable with this, and then slowly, it's inch by inch, start bringing your fingertips back. If you find that there's a lot of space today, you might be really reaching towards the wall behind you. Get the whole C shape to this pose supported first. Then press into your legs and inhale, lift that back knee up off the ground. Again, it might be lower than usual. That's it. Sometimes you're going to wobble, and that's good. Check it out. Just 2 breaths in the pose. When you're done with your 2 breaths, take revolving crescent lunge, which is hands to heart center and twisting to the left. There you go. Yep, wide feet. It helps, I swear. Now, the center of your spine, we're talking about that spot right between your shoulder blades. That's what you're pressing out towards the side wall, right here. Yeah. Now bring your drishti up to the ceiling. It adds just a little bit more twist to this. 2 more breaths. You have it. Last one here, in and out. Breathe in, rise up, take crescent lunge, and into warrior 2. You made it. We got here. Good stuff. Low into the front knee. I think it makes the next pose better, which is the only reason why I call this here. Take extended side angle. Yeah, low down into the lunge. Now that same spot, the middle of your shoulders, see if you can reach that up towards the ceiling. So I like to think about it as the center of your chest pressing towards the ceiling. Yeah, to twist it all out. There you go. Last breath here. In, and on your exhale, move through chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, let it go. Move feet to hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pulse. That's it. However you want to set up your chair. I mean, yeah, you can wobble in chair. It happens sometimes. Engage your feet, low belly. Here you go. Now reach your fingertips up 2 inches higher so that you're engaging your whole midsection to hold the pose here. 2 more breaths. You've got it. Sitting nice and low. Last one. And fold. Bring your feet wide on your mat. Tuck your fingertips around your toes. Let your head hang all the way down. You can add a little bit of sway right to left here. Whatever's going to feel good. If you've got something that you're holding on to in practice, like, oh, I'm stiff this morning, or I'm tired, see if you can let that go. Each exhale, a new opportunity to let it go. Bring your feet out 3 inches wider so that they're off the edges of your mat. And we're going to take goddess squat. So feet wide, elbows to the inner edges of your knees, and then sit down nice and low. Yeah. Yep. That's it. Add some rock right to left here. So a little bit of movement. Yeah. You can even start bringing one heel up and the other heel down. Just a little bit of space. See if you can engage by pulling your shoulder blades together and then hugging in through your low belly. It's going to help support this side to side movement. Add a little bit more rock to this. And now see if you can sit down onto the mat. So like wherever you're at, I know some of you, it might be a little bit further away. What you're going to do is pull your heels in pretty close to yourself. And now we're going to look to take a bind here. So I'm going to turn a little bit this way. And perhaps you want to use a strap for this. I think that all of you have a strap. I might have missed it on some mats. But here's what the bind looks like. It's a wrap around this right leg. Don't worry, I'm going to turn this around in a second. So, thank you. I think my breakdancing skills are pretty impressive too. But interlacing your fingers behind your back and then wrapping it around this one foot. Now, the alternative with a strap is, oh my God, my hands are nowhere near each other. I'm going to add a strap to help that out. Now, what you're looking for is your left shoulder blade pulling back here. Think about this less so in terms of a hip stretch and way more other leg, Nancy. Don't worry. All right, so right hand is going to go to the inside of your right leg. Yeah, you got it. And now this hand reaches backwards. Just start with that. And this might be the moment where you want to put a strap in that hand. Once you have this, you're looking to connect your fingers. Oh my God. Or connect the strap around the back. And don't worry, if you can't reach the strap, I'm going to come help out. Sarah, is this going to work for your shoulder? I just realized, I was like, there's no way that your shoulder is doing this. Okay, good stuff. Listen, you can just take a goddess squat if it's not happening. I forgot. I was like, oh, that's totally the range of motion that you're. Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of space there. I think just try. Listen, so if you got, yeah, you can go into the goddess squat, or even honestly, just the reaching back like this might be plenty of stretch for that shoulder. No bind needed. How's it going? Do you guys want to know the next step in that one? I'm going to tell you what the next step is. So the next step is this leg that's coming out here. It hugs up and in. Oh my God, how do I get there? This is a hilarious thing. You end up in bird of paradise. So arm wrapped around your back, feet underneath of you, and then a step up into bird. Sometimes that works, but not warmed up in the morning. We're not getting there. Oh yeah. Listen, it takes a few moments. Oh yeah. You got to keep your hands really interlaced. There you go. Now flex that top foot. Reaching back through the right shoulder, integrate them. All right, releasing them down. See, the first time somebody told me about that, I was like, you have to be kidding. Let's do left side chair pose. I guess it's not left side chair, but do what you need to. We're going to rise up, shake it all out, take chair pose. One more time. But listen, this is the fun stuff that I like to know about the practice. It doesn't mean I'm going to necessarily take that on every class. That happens, I'd say every other year I try that one on. So just one time every other year. Yes, sit down low, heels engaged into the mat. Yeah, you've got chair pose. Good stuff. Here we go for 10, 9, toes lift up, 8, 7, low belly super engaged. Reach up through your fingertips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fold. I'll stop messing with you guys now. Feet out wide. Tuck your pointer or your palms underneath your toes. Listen, if you want to go for pointer fingers around your big toes instead, it doesn't make a difference to me. Add some right to left rock in the pose. Look for vinyasa, the flow, even in a pose that seems like it's still to you. Whether or not that's a rock from right to left, or even with every breath, just folding a little bit deeper, see if there's flow to be found here. Goddess squat. Feet out wide. Elbows together. And if you find you're super far away from the ground, a block is always something fun that you can bring with you to sit on top of. And yes, we only tried that little, I don't know what to call that, bird of paradise alternative setup on one side, meaning that we're going to have to try the stretch on the other one. So when you're ready, sit down onto the mat or sit down onto your block, and then we're going to try for the left side. So strap reaches into this left hand first. Take your feet out wide on the floor. It's going to help the setup of this. And then wrap with the left arms. If it's easier for you, even here, you can extend this right leg. Whatever works. That's it. Just engaging the shoulder blades, seeing if they can press back. Nicely done. Yeah, and then if you want to get crazy with it, you can always try standing up into bird of paradise. Good stuff. Pressing through your feet. Now for everyone, pulling your shoulder blades back and into center. That's it. So engaging right through here. Yeah, there you go. I know that's a lot of stretch there. Just keep breathing. You've got this. All right. Can you get up on this side? Because I'm going to tell you, one of my sides, I can get halfway up into that. The other side, absolutely not. Never. It happens to be this side. You guys got to see the good side. I chose my demo choice very specifically. There you go. Yep. Flex those feet. Ready, set, feet back down. All right, guys. We'll get back to the normal flow. When you're ready, let's take downward facing dog. Shake out your shoulders. See if you can actively rotate your shoulders inwards. Thinking about rotating your forearms in towards your head. That's something that a lot of newer yogis don't get. It's not a rotation out in down dog. It's a rotation in. There it is. Take a breath in. Let it go. Move feet to hands. Halfway lift when you get there. Forward fold. On your inhale, roll up to standing. We're going to take right side eagle. Right arm reaches under and right leg comes over. Set your drishti up right here. Flex both feet and then hug together with your thighs. Yeah. For all my yogis, see if you can sit a little bit deeper into the bottom leg. Yeah, even you, Tori. So you're hugging your knees up into your chest a little bit more there. Good stuff. Really engage. And we're going to switch sides. Left arm under, left leg over. This is like your warm-up round for all of equanimity, this first set of eagle here. See if you can engage the foundation of the pose, starting at your heels and then reaching all the way through your fingertips, all the way up to the crown of your head. Everything engaged here. Hug in and switch sides. Sarah, good save there. Take right side eagle. Yeah, that's it. Let the sides be cousins, not twins and not siblings. When you're ready, migrate your elbows down to your knees. Oh. Elbows down to your knees. From here, unravel your legs. Press your right foot backwards and take airplane with bound arms. Now this back foot, dial your toes down towards the mat so that they're staring straight at the mat. Yeah, there you go. Now unwrap your arms. Take airplane. Hands out wide. Yeah, you've got it. You're going to fall out. That's okay. Come to half moon. Left hand down, right hand straight up to the ceiling. That's it. Think about this pose like you're stacking your hips one on top of the other. Press that back, the top hip, up and then backwards as far as it'll go. Yeah, you can even reach for candy cane and bring your feet down. You can rock right to left here. Do what you need to set your hips up. When you're ready, inhale, rise all the way to standing. We're going to move through the left side. So left arm under, left leg over. Engage your arms this time, elbows pressing together. Get your drishti set on the floor about 4 feet out in front of you, elbows to knees. Airplane legs. Nice and slow and controlled. You have it. Yes, good job. Keep a gentle bend in the bottom leg. And go for airplane. Hands out wide. Half moon. Gaze steady, breath steady. Even when the pose isn't steady, flex that top foot. Reach it 2 inches higher. Engage your hip. And when you're ready, feet down to the mat. On your inhale, roll all the way up to standing. And we've got the straps with us anyways, so let's do Dancer with the straps. So I think that we've all walked through Dancer with a strap before. I know that Nancy loves it this way. You've always got a strap with you for this. Reach your fingertips pretty short. I like to think about my heel staying about level with my knee and then my hands at my hips. This is approximately the right length. From here, kick your knee backwards, tuck your elbows in, and then reach up. Your hands are going to move down on the strap a little bit. It'll get slightly longer, but you got to start with it pretty short to get here. 2 breaths. One more time. And then we'll switch. Bring your feet down to the mat. Left side with your strap. Here you go. Set it up so that your heel is level with your knee. Hands level to your hips. And then twist forwards. See if you can get a stretch in your hip flexor. So that spot right over top of your hip as you're pressing back. One more breath. And come down. Yeah, that's it. You can just let the strap go. It'll be fine. Let's take tree pose. So up to the head of your mat, take right side tree. Hands to heart center or hands up towards the ceiling. Create grounding through your heel and all the way up to your fingertips. Let yourself find stability in the pose. Take 3 breaths. And at the end of your 3rd breath, we'll switch sides. When you're ready, take left side tree. Last breath in. On your exhale, bring both feet down to the mat. Inhale, come all the way out to extended mountain. Exhale, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Move through upward facing dog with your breath in. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Bring your right foot up between your hands. Don't move to triangle yet. On your exhale, bring your left foot up, and now you're going to plant it on the right side of your right foot. That's it. Bend your right leg and straighten the left one. You're looking for a big stretch. Honestly, this morning I've got it from my hip all the way down to my back left ankle. So that's where you're looking for. You can even press your hips out towards the right and really stretch through your left hand to add a side body stretch here as well. If you give me a little thumbs up if you're getting the hip stretch. Yeah, you can shake your head, thumbs up, whatever it is. Nice deep hip stretch here. Did we do this in our last class together? I'm trying to remember. No? Okay, good stuff. That's great. Thanks. From here, almost keeping your feet where they are, you're going to sit the whole way down onto your mat. So from here, we're taking what I can only call pretzel because I can't remember the right name for it. So this left leg, that's going to be your bottom foot. Reach it under so that your knee is back behind your right heel. Yeah, once you've got that there, this is important. Take your right hand. Now you're going to sit it in front of that knee, twisting towards the back of your mat. So twisting to the left. Now, if you really want to be able to deepen a twist, change your drishti. So bring it back as far as it'll go. Naturally, when your eyes start to move, your whole body wants to move in that direction. That's actually something that you learn from horseback riding. Where your eyes go, the horse is going to go. And trust me, It's a big deal. You can really mess up that way. It's really good. Jerry used to yell at us all the time about that. Twist out towards the left as far as you can go. This will be your last breath. And when you're ready, twist all the way back and move to downward facing dog. I have not come up with a better transition for that, so we just get back out of it and into down dog, and then we'll try for the left side. So left foot comes up to the head of your mat, and now your right foot comes to the left side of your left foot, and you're going for the hip stretch. So this is actually a sciatic stretch. That's that long stretch that you can sometimes get from your heel all the way up to your hip. That's it. As you breathe, see if there's a little bit more bend that you can get from your front knee to engage and lengthen that nerve even further. Now press down through your fingertips. See if there's a little bit more stretch to find here. Wherever you can locate it, go for the fullest version of this. You've got 2 more breaths here. So we're getting as far out as it'll go. Bend your front knee, really lock out that back knee, which is not something I usually say in class. And then on your next breath, we're going to come the whole way down to the floor for that pretzel twist in the opposite direction. So this time, it's your right knee that's bent, and then your left foot that's out towards the side of the mat. Now, the thing you want to check out here, I initially want to put all my weight into my right hip. You're going to have to think about this left hip melting down towards the mat and then create your twist. Left hand out in front, right hand reaches back this time, twisting off to the right side. Bring your drishti back as far as it'll go. And on your exhale, see if there's more twist. Just an exploration of the pulse, getting right up to the edge of the thing. Last breath here. And when you're ready, untwist, come all the way back to center, and we'll move through to downward facing dog. Unwrap your legs, hands into the mat, toes tucked under, down dog. Now in downward facing dog, get all of the stretch up and back. So keep your hands exactly where they are. And that's it. And then press backwards. Good stuff. Take a nice deep breath in. Let it go. And from here, we're going to roll all the way out into a high plank and all the way down onto the mat. Let's take locust pose. Hands out wide. Press down into the mat. Inhale, rise up, take locust, round 1. All the stretch that you can from the head of your mat all the way down to the far end of your mat. Reach and come down. You can knock your knees side to side if you'd like. Bring your hands out wide, feet back, press down, lift up, take round 2. And this time, add some little baby flutter kicks back there to really engage your core muscles. See if you can engage them by pressing down on your last breath, all the way back onto the mat. Tuck your knees from right to left. Let's take an upward facing dog. I think that up dog is really not so remarkable in the practice until this one. Press the tops of your feet down. Lift your thighs all the way up. Think about stretching from your pelvis all the way up through the crown of your head, shoulders back, knees down. We're going to take camel pose. Now from camel, I've been loving this alternative because I get bored in camel sometimes. Bring your hands to heart center, or better yet, if you have a block with you, hold it between your hands. You can choose to use the block or honestly choose to do it without. The whole purpose of this is keeping a straight line from your knees all the way through the crown of your head. So you don't want your shoulders to hunch. And alternatively, you don't want your back to crunch. Yes, good rhyming. From here, take a breath in. Hug as deeply into that block as you can. Exhale and lower. We're going to stay here for 5, 4. Hug into the block. 3, 2, 1. Inhale all the way back up. Reset. Exhale and lower. 5, 4. Low belly. 3, 2, 1. Inhale all the way up. Last one. Low belly hugs up and in. Exhale, lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. And we're going to roll onto our spines for bridge pose. All the way onto your back. And you get to choose on this one whether you want to continue to do, we're going to do 1 round of bridge pose, everybody all together. And then you get to choose if you want to move through wheel or if you want to stay into bridge from here. Press your heels into the mat, lift your hips up. We're going to go for bridge round 1. That's it. Feet engage. Keep them nice and far apart. Now hug your right knee up into your chest. That's it. And now I want you to think about hugging into center line, just like this for 5, 4. You've got it. 3, 2, 1. All the way down, left knee up into your chest. And you're going to hug in through center line for 5. You've got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, hips down to the mat. One more bridge, and then we'll move into wheel. Okay, are you ready? Press down. Lift up. Inhale, bridge pose. Engaging your feet. Now right knee hugs up into your chest. Ready? Set. You've got this. Hug in for 5, 4. You're going to be okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, feet down. Last one. Are you ready, Tori? Left knee up into your chest. Oh, yeah. Here you go. And now hug into center for 5. Press this knee. 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way back down. All right. Center line is engaged, yogis. You get to choose to take it with you. Bridge or wheel. Round 1. Press down. Lift up. Inhale. Bridge or wheel for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chins tucked all the way down. Take a breath in. Let it go. Press down. Lift up. Inhale. Let's move for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin. Come back down. Last one, yogis. Are you ready? Set. Press. Lift. Move. Inhale. Bridge or wheel for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin. Come back down. Take Supta Baddha Konasana when you get here. Soles of your feet together, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Bring your attention to your breath. Bring attention to your heartbeat. Come to happy baby. And bring your hands to your outer ankles instead of to the edges of your feet. I've been really liking this one lately. From here, you're going to gently pull your knees down, letting your thighs rest towards your chest. Yeah, that's it, Sarah. Letting your knees hug down. And then we're going to move for stability. Bring your heels all the way back down onto your mat. Set your spine up first. So shoulders to hips on the ground. On your inhale, pick your heels up. Now we're going to bring our blocks with us this time. Bring them to heart center. So not using your fingertips to hold on, but just pressing up and into this block. From here, on your exhale, curl up to look at your toes. We're going to add some little crunches here for 10, 9, 8. Hug into that block. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, inhale, bring your feet up to 90 degrees for 10, 9, 8, hug into that block, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, bring your knees back down to 90. We're going for my favorite of all of the stability poses. Hands pressed against your knees. Take a breath in. Exhale, extend your right hand, extend your right leg. Inhale, pull them back up. Exhale, extend your left hand, extend your left leg. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right hand, left leg, right leg. Inhale, up. Opposite side. Up. Opposite side. Up. Last one, opposite side. And up. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock head to toe 3 times. When you're done with that third rock, come through for right side half pigeon in all of the many variations that it takes. Bring your drishti to 1 point and then breathe. I love it when I can find simplicity in my practice. Here, lift your right hip a little bit more. There you go, add a block. On your next exhale, see if there's any lower that you can drop into the pose, any deeper that you can get. And on your next breath in, swap sides. Inhale, move your blocks, move your props with you, and move to left side half pigeon. Here, Nancy, I'm going to add a little block right underneath of this hip. There you go. Keep your belly engaged and supporting the pose the whole way through. Bring gaze, bring drishti, bring focus to 1 point. On your next inhale, move through downward facing dog. And from downward facing dog, let's move to tabletop or reverse plank so you can come the whole way to a seated position. Reverse plank, tabletop, fingertips facing the edge of your mat, press down, lift up, inhale, take the full stretch here from your toes all the way up to your head. Exhale, bring your hips down onto the mat. Waterfall, shoulder stand, upside downs in any form, any variation that you want to get. You're welcome. From here, for those of you in shoulder stand, move to plow. And from plow, move to deaf yogis. Yeah, you want them. From plow, roll all the way back down onto your mat. When you're ready, take eagle legs. So right leg over, left leg under. Oops. Oh no. And then from here, drop your knees to the left side of your mat, eyes over your right shoulder for supine twist. As you breathe, let that right shoulder melt down onto the mat beneath you. On your inhale, hug your knees up into your chest. Cross your legs the opposite direction. So left leg over top this time. Drop your knees to the right. Eyes over your left shoulder. Supine twist. Hug your knees into your chest. Last one. Shavasana. Let your legs and arms go long with your eyes closed. Take a breath in. And on your exhale, let everything settle down. Bring some movement to your fingers. Bring movement to your toes. When you're ready, interlace your fingertips and reach them up overhead with a big breath in. And on your exhale, settle down onto the mat. Hug your knees up into your chest. Rock onto your right side. Take infant's pose. Forehead on the mat. Inhale your way out to a seated position. Reach up. Exhale, hands down to heart center. We'll close class with 1 Om. Take a breath in. Bring your thumb knuckles up to forehead center. Together, we bow our heads and we say, Namaste. Thanks, yogis. It's good to see you. Have a great day.